Mondays through Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it. Mondays through Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it.
Good afternoon out there. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of In the Newsroom. My name is Oladayola Nifekun. And before I introduce my guest, let me quickly run through the three topics we have in the newsroom to take you through. Nigeria will be 62 on Saturday, and so we will be having the independent anniversary celebration. And the VP says Nigeria's future will be great. Well, we are also praying that the future of the country is great, but at 62. The second topic, coming from the former president, immediate past president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, he said 2023, don't make the mistake of voting killers too. And who are the killers? We will also discuss this statement. We'll discuss the statement in the newsroom. And this other topic, the third says, next president may inherit empty treasury. And I have the studio, I have the newsroom. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, and we are glad to be here. Last week we couldn't come.
Yes.
For reasons, national reasons.
Thank you, sir. I love that. I love that.
National reasons.
Thank you, sir. And thank God you are here today. Sir Fadiko, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank God for this season.
Yes.
Rainfall land.
Yes.
Makes us cool. So thank God for bringing us here safe and sound.
Yes, we are expecting the third veteran. We already have two, and we hope the third will soon join us. That's why I'm starting from you. That's clear from the vice president.
Yeah.
You want to call it an optimistic statement?
Yes, life. You have to be optimistic in spite of whatever. You must be hopeful because he who has no hope is dead. Yeah, the challenges are there. They look insurmountable, but they are surmountable. Somebody will come and surmount it. This administration may not be able to surmount it because it has just a few months more to go. That's why we have to be very careful in voting, in electing whoever will come. We must take a decision. We must be decisive in whatever it is we're going to do. We must look for issues in recent times as the campaign begins officially tomorrow. What we have been reading and hearing is nothing but irresponsible, what we call it, pre-election. We are not discussing issues. We are discussing primordial issues.
Okay.
Prebendal issues and things like that. The issues are there, we cannot eat. ASU is on strike for 7 months, going to 8 months. The world capital of
we must campaign. I want us to 62nd anniversary of the country.
Yeah, so we are hopeful. I mean, whoever this is our job. You cannot but be hopeful.
Okay.
We cannot but be hopeful because anybody who is not hopeful of a better tomorrow is dead. It calls for a big challenge, but we can get there, and we will get there someday, not now.
Oh, amen. As a very let me come back to you. Someone said hopeful, hope. But that's statement coming from a leader in government. Look at where we're coming from, and we're talking of 62.
Okay. I also believe that you must be hopeful. Because a person who's not hopeful is dead. Because you go better, then you can have a for Lagos. At 62, I want to believe that it's not gone when we ought to have made it. But then, it's not too late. Still can make it. So I want to align with the Vice President that Nigeria will be great. But I have a caveat. My caveat is that when we're talking about elections now, there's no art in finding the mind's construction in the face. A lot of our leaders now, since time already, they've been saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. They know the problem that we have. And they will play to the guy, they will tell us to solve these problems. So that we can vote for them. But I want to pray to God fervently that this time around, we don't go around the bend by choosing leaders that are not good enough for us. God will choose for us, but we have to choose for ourselves, quite right. But God will touch the minds of these leaders who are coming. So we need to do whatever they say they will do. But on our own part, as we monitor them, we have to do monitoring and evaluation. Any of our leaders that will not do what he has promised us, that's when we want to say, no, enough is enough. You don't want this. And when ASU is on strike right now, and as we say, if you don't do this, if you go to 20 courts, or 30 injunctions, we will not go back to the classroom. Right? Let the nation rise up too and say, our leaders, if you don't, you are promising this for us. If you don't do it, you are going to, maybe we close all the streets, maybe we close all the markets, maybe we do something to access our needs. Let the populace rise up and say, no, we have been doing this for too long. We don't want this. That's the only way we can arrive at where we're going. Look at what happened in China, look at what happened in Asian countries, look at what's happening all over the world. Let us follow suit. Let us monitor our leaders. And not just sit idle and say, well, that's where they say they want to do it and let them continue. No. You have to rise up. You don't have to blame our leaders for it. You see, power...
Confront them.
Power intoxicates. And not only power intoxicates, absolutely. So I think the best thing for us to say, when the leaders get there, you might get lost in the midst of with your flow of grace and the leader now. Let us bring them back home and tell them, no, you have been drilling. This is the way you should do it. You are not doing that right. So if you do that, both the leaders and the led, we are right there.
Okay, Smiley, I know you spoke of confront them. I want to take this with it. It looks spiritual, and it's even coming from the Vice President. He's quoting a particular aspect of the Bible.
He's a pastor.
As your days, so shall your strength be. How is that quotation above? How does it reflect the strength of Nigeria at 62?
It has not reflected it. And so maybe the Vice President is still couching that in the hope for the future.
Yes.
But currently it has not reflected. We have not reflected 62 years. Look, I was writing something this morning for a different platform, and it struck me. Look at it. It's been a history of failures. And I was drawing a comparison, which I can still say here. The Asian tigers, Korea, Malaysia, what do you call it, Singapore. We grew up together. They are a few years ahead of us, but we are contemporaries.
Even Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia. Yes, I added that one. I've even brought in Dubai. Dubai is not a country; it's an emirate, and our people, this country, it has got federating units. We have done it for 62 years. We have been crawling. I foresee a leader, one of these people coming, the four, what do you call it, frontliners. One of them should be able to come who wins eventually. I want to do something different. If they don't do it that differently, then the hope will continue to be postponed. But I know someday we will get there. But we don't want any more postponement. We want actions to be taken so that, and so I was talking about sincerity. Tell us what the problem is and what's your solution to it. Then you can galvanize us and then we move together. But when you keep on telling us lies, we don't have peace and you say there is peace in the land. We don't have food and you say there is food in the land. We don't have energy and you say there is energy in the land. You are telling us lies and it won't help us.
Also, we just had national grid.
Oh, this is the 7th or 8th time in 1 year. It's unfortunate. It's because we have gotten to a level we should no longer be speaking of national grid. Within Osun State, we can power our own thing and get away. You see, all this national grid is to supply energy so that those who don't have the capacity can benefit. We have done national grid for 62 years. It has not helped us. Let's begin to do things differently.
I'm back to you. The video was even saying, don't forget, Nigeria is not an individual, meaning we Nigerians are the focus. When you say Nigeria will be great in the future, there will be peace, Nigeria will be more glorious. He said it's right to individual, myself and you.
You see, let me just say something here. To an extent, I believe in. But to another point again, if you look at it carefully, it's called that we Nigerians are great. Nigerians are great. Go abroad, go to US, go to Britain, go anywhere, you see Nigerians excelling. They are great as individuals. But togetherness, that togetherness to be great now is what is eluding us. And why is it eluding us? Our leaders are making it so impossible for us to go as a nation. So impossible for us to go as a nation because they will find a way to divide us so they can share the loot. And that's what we're going on. Now we keep on fighting over religion, fighting over ethnicity, fighting over this, fighting over that, and we never remember the main issue. And so we just go there and start looting and looting and looting.
Getting that insecurity, corruption, doesn't know religion,
nothing. So that's exactly what has been happening. And I keep on saying it. Nigeria can make it. But Nigerians have to sit up. If you don't sit up, if you allow these leaders to lead us and lead us right, we are wasting our time. They will make promises. This one I was talking about making promises about and saying things that are not true. Let's even forget about saying things that are not true. They will tell you juicy things. We can do this for you. We know you have this problem. We will do this for you, we will do that for you. Let them get there. The allure of power, the comfort of power. They believe that when you get there, you can make it, you can do anything.
Because,
you see, the power is there, so they do whatever they do. They have forgotten that they are holding that power in trust for the masses. They always forget, and we masses do not let them know that they are holding this thing in trust for us. And that's why we are going wrong, and that's why this country is not the way it is now. So that's why I say, you don't keep on blaming the leaders. They get lost in the labyrinth of power.
Of office.
So we draw them back home and tell them, look, you are derailing. You are derailing. This is what we want. You are not doing what you want for us. Don't think of yourself alone. That whatever I do. There are certain times the people, they want something. A leader, they know that what they want is not what they need. But in giving them what they need, really, that leader will have to be transparent enough to let them know. I know you want this, but if I do this for you, you will see the results. And if one leader does it and you see the results as being positive, other leaders can follow, so we will just trust them. And that's why you have this lack of trust in our leadership. We don't trust them because they never do what they say they want to do for us. And so that's why this election that we're going into now, there will be a lot of promises again. A lot of empty ones, a lot of false ones, a lot of ones that are genuine that will fall by the wayside. It is we, the electorate, that must sit tight and hold them by the jugular. This is what you promised for us, and you must do it. If you continue that way, definitely we'll get there. But when we get there, I don't know.
Small, you spoke about the civilian, military. But let me just as a young person, let me a bit, and as an era refresh. We had a Murtala Muhammad.
Yeah.
Within this 62 we are talking about.
Yeah.
We had a Yaradua, and you think those ones, they are also leaders. You think they have genuine.
Yes, you see, Murtala Muhammad. If he had stayed longer, the Nigerian system would have corrupted him.
Good. Let us see it.
The Nigerian system would have corrupted him. He came for only 6 months and he had a vision. If he had not died, and yes, Yaradua too, after
Same way.
1.5 years, the same way.
Same way.
You see, he started well.
There's one. Let me add this. Buhari Jack regime too.
They didn't last long.
And they didn't
20
do
months.
all through. Good.
20 months. Buhari Diagba, only 20 months. And they came with a vision. Sanitize
the system.
Yes. But you see, Babangida came with a similar thing. But when you start moving and you begin to enjoy the euphoria of power,
It gets your head.
you begin to
It's not about the
step on some ground.
I want to say that it's not about this clique.
Yes.
Telling us you can't do this.
Because when you begin to step on them,
Yes.
they notice it, they take advantage, and they will be seeking your downfall. Babangida had a brutal coup against him in the Oka coup. He could have died. He was almost dead because they got into his bedroom. Got into where he was living, but God defended. So sometimes they fear. We need leaders who say, in the next 4 years that I'm in power, if I die, I die. Leadership must be like, I will quote Esther in the Bible, if I perish, I perish. Until and unless we have leaders who can say so, but if they are patch, oh, I don't want to die now. You must be a kind of Rollins. He doesn't care. When I want to do something for Nigeria. In the process, if I die, I have died for Nigeria. You are a martyr. That's why Murtala is a martyr today. If he has spent 18 months, 2 years, it could have been bad. Yakubu Gowon came and was trying to do reconciliation, this, that. By the time he spent 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, he became part of the Nigerian problem. Nigerians will corrupt you. They would corrupt you.
So let me back to you. VP went so spiritual, just like what just did now, quoting the book of Esther. The VP was speaking from the book of Psalm 92, 13 to 14. He said,
But let me tell you, we have seen people at 14 who made it. We have seen people at 21 who made it. We have seen people at 40 who made it. Okay? Now,
but you just said something too that at 62 is not even too late. You
I
just
said it. I said it. It's not too late because you have not made it. Not that I'm hoping on something, on one particular portion of the Bible to say this is not quoting any portion of the Bible. I'm saying it not spiritually now. I'm talking about things that you can do physically. Okay. We've got to have God with us to be to achieve whatever. Let me tell you, Nigeria today is just like the political parties. When the political party is born, go and look at all their manifestos. They will print good things. They will print hope for us that this political party is going to take us to the El Dorado. They will do all sort of things. But let them assume power. All the vision of itself. Me and me alone. I before others. That's all the world wants to be thinking of. But let me tell you one thing. If we let you are talking about the cabals that will put them at the jugular and tell them this is what we want you to do. If we the citizens refuse the cabals, who are the cabals? Who are the cabals? If the country erupts today, the cabals will run away. They can't stay. I mean, because all of us are so, we are so, not, I won't tell you lazy. All of us are so, how would I take it?
Complacent.
Not really complacent. We are so afraid. The fear is in us that you cannot confront. Who say you cannot speak truth to power? If you in that way start doing that, this country will be better. All we are doing right now, all these promises that you start giving us again now, I don't believe in all them. Let us just watch them. Whoever, I don't care who comes to power. Provided you are going to give us what we need. in this country.
That will make me comfortable.
Yes, comfortable. If we start doing that, and if the president says no, we don't want this, and we let them, that's what revolution cannot be built by just one man and a man just saying he's doing revolution. No, revolution will be an instantaneous thing that somebody in the north will just cry that enough is enough. Somebody in the south will just cry enough is enough. Somebody will just join. The thing will erupt. And until we get to that point where we are suffocated, where we are ready to burst, I don't think this one will move forward.
Let me say something before your next question.
No, let me just add it. So you can take another quotation now by the Vice President is the book of Genesis 12. He said, "I will bless those who bless you,
yes,
and I will curse him who curses you."
Yes.
Nigeria has not developed itself to that level.
But he's saying it's warning. It's like a warning, warning against proclaiming evil over the country or causing the country.
Well, that's
that you say it will not be critical. It will not be this. That is warning. But look, don't cause the country. Let us don't proclaim evil in the country. Let us continue to.
As a leader and particularly a pastor, he's bound to. I give it to him.
Okay.
But not everybody believes in what he's saying.
Must we continue to cause our country?
No, some people don't care. They will cause this country. They are Nigerians because they think Nigeria has not done well for them.
That's
your religion. Your religion says don't curse. Some people don't have a religion that tells you.
Morally. No religion now. Morally.
Does the Bible tell you that you curse your enemy? No.
But
when your enemy pushes you to go and
no. The Bible asks us to pray for our enemy. You tell us what kind of prayer
it's prayer. Prayer is the cause of prayer.
The verse, you see, religion. He is a pastor, so I give it to him. I can understand. I'm also into biblical.
But I'm saying, forget religion now. We are morally. Must we cause our country?
No, I won't do that.
Okay.
But there are some people who do that because the nation has
supported them.
Yes. Now, before I said I had something to say. We were talking about 62. We're not saying Nigeria has not even moved 1 inch.
Okay.
That's not what we are saying.
Okay.
But you see, if you look at our contemporaries, where they have gotten to, then we are still equivalent to Dubai in terms of infrastructure. No. Can we say we are in terms of administration, planning, strategy, policy? Yes. Dubai is just one emirate out of about 7 in United Arab Emirates. Just one. It's just like we have 6 geopolitical zones now. Just say, or how many? 36 states. One state, 1 or 2. Say, let's say geographical, Southwest.
Lagos. Develop.
Look at the disparity between Lagos and the other Southwest in terms of development. In terms of development, it's in Lagos you see the high rise. It's in Port Harcourt you see those high rises. Yes, that is what we are trying to say. Indonesia. I remember when I was a little Sukarno, the Prime Minister of Indonesia. Yes, no, they were all struggling with the Tafawa Balewas of this world, the Kwame Nkrumahs of this world, the Pandit Nehrus of this world. Look at what India has become today. 1947.
I will round up this. Let me just give you this. You round up.
I was in India some 15 years ago. Look at their medical facility. Even Westerners go there. There was a time that UCH, the Saudi Arabian Crown Prince came here. We are told. I wasn't. But in the 50s and 60s,
even somebody said there are hospitals in Abuja and Lagos. You can't Indian hospital. You can't compare it.
Oh yes, they don't belong to government. That's not government. What we are saying is that what the government can say. Go to Dubai. I have been to the medical facilities. You will know that this is. Time was when we were comfortable.
On this your last thing. Let me. But I want to give you this. I'm quoting. The glory of this latter temple shall be greater.
In one video one time, looking at a Kenya, and look at Nairobi, the capital. If you see the chart on the General Police Office. Everything in Kenya, everything in Nairobi, he can see from the screen. So everywhere there's a problem, he knows immediately and he's able to direct his men there. Technology. You have technology that they can call. Have you employed technology in Nigeria? Because keep on promising, we'll do this, we'll do that, it has never happened. And until you stand up and say, enough is enough, this thing must happen in this country, you're not going to have it.
If you allow me,
your last stage.
the vice president, in as much as I like what he has said, hope, building hope, has only spoken to a group of Nigerians, not the totality of Nigerians. Not everybody believes in the Christian religion to be more philosophical than being so religious.
No, the Bible is philosophy too.
How many people read? How many people? Not everybody. A number of people read, yes, the Christianity, but there is similarity. But does he read the Bible every time? The Babalawo man, does he read the Bible? Yes. Quote scriptures. Use philosophy and other motivational things to motivate them. But everything the vice president has said is somebody will look at it and is it only one religion we practice here? I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. And I like
my last
religion.
Look at what the president is talking about. Don't come and preach religion in Nigeria.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, this is your time talking. You are tired of all this talk and talk and talk.
Yes. Hope. But you don't put everything on the...
So let us back to you, the second topic. That's from the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan. Don't make the mistake of voting killers to power. Somebody is asking, who are the killers?
I think he explained it in the larger sense. I'm
only asking you. I'm only asking you too.
He's talking about Nigerian politicians or their boys who believe in and using the platform of election to kill, go and carry ballot papers here and there, who disrupt the equilibrium. That's what the former president is saying. That don't vote for them. You see, he's at a level that he has to be very careful. They don't know where he's going. We don't know whether he's seriously a PDP man or an APC man. He's just there. So he is talking. I prefer his statements now to what the vice president said. These ones are practical things.
Who are killers? You can be talking about a tribe who he believes are killers. You can be talking about political party, about people in power, elites who hold people in Jogula. There's so many things you can talk about, but you are talking about people who steal ballot boxes and disrupt elections. You cannot say don't vote for them because you don't know who's going to steal ballot box when you are voting. You don't know. But he's talking about your experience in the past. Asking you to judge by your experience in the past and not to vote for killers. So that statement is not very explanatory enough. Anybody can interpret. Very nebulous. Anybody can interpret the way you want to interpret. But what he's saying, you know that he's talking about not himself. Not about some clique.
Not about himself.
Not about himself. He's not in power now. He's not going for elections.
But hold on. There are certain things that refers to
his experience. You are talking about his experience, but you are going to vote now. Go vote for his experience. He's telling you not to vote for certain people, though, and anybody can just decide, okay, this is what Jonathan has said, and then have him say, this is what Jonathan has said. Go and pick the one that you feel suits you.
Okay, let me now be very clear. As against what I just said, I'm quoting the former vice president now. Former president. Opposition have deployed every arsenal, including propaganda, to rubbish all people-oriented project policies and programs.
Okay. Now he is coming out frontally. He has used in his time, the APC was in opposition. And before God and man, APC used propaganda to get him out. I'm not against it. Okay. This is the time for them in opposition to also use propaganda.
But I just said,
no, yes. I mean, as you read, yes. You are quoting, you are giving us quotation.
Yes, it's quotation.
Each quotation has its own embedded meaning.
Okay.
This one, without even mentioning APC, you realize that his statement is towards APC.
I disagree. Bridge the gate.
You want to
Bridge the gate.
What is that gate? Well, let's
Just leave that to opposition. When you talk about opposition, the PDP is opposition.
No.
The PDP is opposition.
Well, we argue.
he was propaganda to rubbish me.
Who rubbish? Was it the
rubbish him? But now
was it the PDP that rubbish him?
Look at what that message. They said he said opposition use propaganda not to rubbish him alone, but opposition use propaganda to rubbish. Whatever good.
The policies, the programs.
Opposition.
So,
who was opposition then?
Any party.
No, you have to give it a context.
Then now
was talking about what happened to him, and he says opposition. The moment he uses the word opposition, he had specialized it.
So maybe let me quote this. Maybe it will be clearer to your brother. I'm quoting the former president now, and maybe that will also serve your brother that you are right. I don't know which one. If you kill to grab power, you will continue to kill to remain in power.
Okay.
That was the level of sabotage I experienced during my time as president.
Okay. Is it not the same thing you are experiencing right now? See, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. Once you're in opposition, you talk about politics, right? You said that politics. Politics in Nigeria here is always pulling down. Destroy what has done. That's killing. So whatever it is that you have done, no matter how small it is, nobody recognizes you.
I can interpret it in a different way.
Okay.
What he's saying is that don't allow those who are killer politicians, who are anytime opposition doesn't have to be dagger in hand. See the good that the administration has done and measure it along the line. But he says they use daggers to do what? To bring him to. Everything he did was wrong. So this is time for payback. He's telling the ordinary man on the street, these are the killers he's referring to. Not physical killers.
Okay.
But you see, be very, as a progressive nation or voters, think about the country and not the politician. That's
all you have said here. You discover that at any point in time in this history of this nation, once you have somebody in power, you are in opposition. These are all the things that happen.
Yeah.
It's what happens all the time. All the things that he was accused of at some time, did he not do them?
Yes.
You know, were they telling lies against him? All the things that they are saying that the government of today they are done, are they telling lies against the government of today? So these are the things. So how do you know? That's why I prayed at the initial stage when we were starting the program that don't let's just say that we have people who come and talk to us what we should do and what we shouldn't do. Let's pray to God that we have people who will do what they are promised. Whatever it is that you have not promised and you are coming there and you want to do and you want to do good for the nation, fine. But if you cannot do what you are promised, then get out.
We ourselves too must be more responsible. We have been very, very irresponsible as a people. The followership has been as irresponsible as oftentimes the leadership has been in the last 20
it should be irrepressible.
62 years.
Well, still, let me I want to leave your word out of this, but I will still come back to him. I'm still calling the president, former president. It is time for the country to be savage and giving a new lease of life in 2023 by electing credible leaders.
Yes.
Is it not that?
No, that's a very simple. It goes to elect credible leaders. Not only we say credible encompasses all, but capacity comes in. Capacity, somebody who is very. Not all here have the capacity.
Even what we're talking about now, in the PDP now, are you saying that the PDP of Jonathan days are the PDP right now? Are you saying those days are the APC now? They have been good.
Yeah.
They are cross-carpeted. And all of them, they are just the same thing. So what are we talking about? What we need now is a credible leader and a credible citizen that be able to stand up and say, no, enough is enough. If you don't have that, the job will be done by the nose all the time, and we succeed.
If the former president is saying this, I want to take off from where Sonia has just landed. There is osmosis has taken place between the two. The Sarkis of this world, they were the ones who were against the vice president, I mean the president,
Then.
they left and joined APC. And
Even Atiku Abubakar.
yes,
Now they are
all of
back.
them. Now they are back today. So the man is
Some of us from
talking
there are back here.
in a nebulous manner.
Very nebulous.
So
Can we
Nigerians,
now say? Can we now conclude, like I said, that it's not as if the former president was particular about
he was using his experience to present.
looking at those who are now proscribing
Yes,
this.
they are out
this.
there. They are there.
All of them are killers.
They are there. All of them
are killers.
So let's look at okay.
No,
exactly.
no.
So whatever angle you look at
Haven't you seen people move into APC? Haven't you seen APC move into? These are the killers.
And
look at-
people moving
look at
from
leaders.
from other parties to
Look at the leaders. Look at the leaders of APC.
And the
and leaders of-
NLPP.
Look at the leaders of APC and the leaders of PDP. Where were they before? They are leaders today. Where were they before? They were in.
Atiku
They were in.
has come at a point in time in his serial losses. He came to ACN. And that's
progressive.
yeah, I mean those who finally became PO, what's their name? APC.
APC.
Nigerian politics or politicians must come to terms with the reality that we need not this nebulous association, we need principle.
So let's end this topic on this note, and I want both of you to react to it. I'm quoting. I'm used to this statement from Jonathan. He said, "No blood of every Nigerian what to be sacrificed
Yes.
for our ambition."
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Now, what lesson do you think this should tell the current political office holders and now the campaign starts tomorrow?
Wait.
Candidates.
You are directing this at the current political leadership, right? No.
No, it's not for them.
Direct it at Nigerians.
Nigerians, yes.
Nigerians. You see, there are some Nigerians, even if you don't employ them, they don't know you as a leader. They will fight for you wherever they are. They will die for you there.
Okay.
Not because they are having some pecuniary gains
Okay.
to them. Not coming through you.
And you don't see our political officers or candidates. You don't see them being able to read them in.
It's difficult. I will tell you why. It's difficult. Nigeria today, we are in a situation where even if political leadership says, okay, my followers, don't do this. You still find some of them still doing what he said they shouldn't do. And that's why I say to us as Nigerians, we must be able to rein ourselves in. If you don't do that, nobody can rein us in. The country, the law of the country, the constitution of the country does not prohibit you from doing whatever you want to do, whether it doesn't go against the law. And so that's where everybody stands. Everybody wants to say, okay, this is my right to do what I feel like doing.
So your last take, think that from what you just said. But then there are laws. Electoral Act, hate speech, murderous attitude, gangsterism.
Who implements?
God bless you, my brother.
Who implements them?
I've been implementing. An ordinary road traffic violator. What's that money to
We are a nation of people who believe so much in impunity.
Impunity.
To the highest level. From the down to the highest.
My brother is there.
Believe in impunity.
Can you do anything to
So
him?
that is it. And of course, so long as his brother remains there, you won't be able to do
You want to
anything.
touch him.
Shall we go to the third topic?
Yes, please, let's go.
You are ready.
As well as I've started from you. Next president may inherit empty treasury.
Oh, very, very. Who said it?
just
Who said it?
No.
Who said it?
it's an investigation.
Okay. Oh, yes. There is poverty in the land. What is our
Gross domestic-
our reserve today? I don't know it because it keeps on tumbling and tumbling. Look, if you must fix this country, you need plenty of money. So whoever is going to come is going to inherit an empty treasury. But that should not frighten them.
Okay.
It shouldn't frighten them. This country is a richer country, richer comparatively. If we can collapse all our burdens, can reduce governance, how much money we spend on governance, we will get along.
So I want to reaction. So that the budget, maybe the shrinking revenue and the debt profile of 42.8 trillion naira.
You know,
that investigation report, that export report.
yeah, all over the world today, the economy is shrinking. All over the world.
Not about Nigeria, though.
Yeah.
Not about Nigeria.
Okay.
All over the world.
Okay.
The economy is shrinking.
Okay.
But Nigeria is shrinking faster.
Even in terms of revenue.
Yeah, faster than any other nation because we are already shrunk to the level before this economic crisis came in. And so we continue to go down like right now, we are saying whoever wants to take over the government, we find an empty treasury. Is there anything in treasury right now? When you keep borrowing, the treasury is already empty right now. So whoever is coming and delegating himself that he's coming in to find something to work on. No. So you have to work outside the box. Think outside the box. That's the only way you can rule this country right now. And anybody who's not ready to think, who doesn't have that thing, they need to think outside the box, cannot rule this country as well.
So let me add to this. Yeah, the investigative thing was talking about advising the government, gather those now and coming to find a way of raising the revenue profile.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Think outside the box.
Yes. Revenue profile. I say reduce governance.
Okay.
That is fundamental. And be very, very honest
and firm.
And firm with the
people. We have a governor in South having over 300 aides.
That is it. And everybody wants to chop.
Go. Oh my God.
Look, our governance, reduce it. What is, learn from the Peter Obi experience. He goes about and nobody disturbs him. A limited side, a president must not have a moko. We are not United States. We are not Putin. They have money. The president must not be going with everybody. They must be, put them in a bus. The president's motorcade must not be more than 6, 7. Security and what have you inclusive. Put Obasanjo era, they did something. Either he will be riding in Peugeot, and then the bus. You get to the same place at the same time. You have reduced, instead of going demonstrating and reflecting affluence, too much affluence in our government. And then Ora Soye report must be visited.
Okay.
Seriously visited.
But then we used to have that economic team, one will be disbanded, another one set up. Are we saying Nigeria's economic policies is defining?
No, it's not defining anything.
So
it's implementation. You see, when we have these teams,
you don't see
these teams, do they provide solutions? They do.
Okay.
But what they do, are these solutions implemented?
Okay.
No.
No, Small just spoke about the rest.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It has seen so many, how many? About 3 or 4 and then 3 or 4, what do you call it, white papers.
Nothing has been done. We don't implement. That's the problem we have. Look at, we are talking about implementation of or how would I say, implementation of the guideline, the constitution.
Yeah.
Who implements? Those who are supposed to implement are the ones breaking the law. And that's where we have problem. For as long as a policeman stands on the road and sees an errand driver giving him money and not speaking truth to him and do what he has to do to him, for as long as you have a legislator see something that is wrong and not be able to implement to change that policy that is wrong without anybody giving him bribe, for as long as we have whoever is at the head, either governor or president or whatever, or local government chairman, trying to steal money to his own pocket, we will never get there.
Well, I want to last take, because when you look at even this statement from the debt management office, that Nigeria may not be able to have any country to borrow anywhere again.
Yes.
And external borrowing
there is what we call
drying up. Donor
fatigue. Donor fatigue. They don't want to
come to a head again.
Yes, because they have not seen you do anything practical that is purposeful and useful to the people. You spend, when you borrow money to eat, you are creating problems. So the next government, I think in the next 4 years, they can't do anything about the next 4 years, but subsequent years, reduce the number of senators, reduce the number of House of Representatives, reduce the number of public.
Who does that?
No, you can do it.
I go here. I go because.
Your last thing.
Yes, I go because you say it cannot be done. It can't be done.
It can't be done.
See, we need a leader. A leader who's, like you said, you said it, that you said, I keep on trying, I die trying. If you don't do that, you are not going to get, you don't get anywhere. It's not, look at the senators now, or the House of Rep members now. Look at them. How many rating of age do they have? You don't even have this age there, but they get the money. And the money goes to their pockets. And look at what happens. How many of them should we have there? Should we have this horde of people there doing nothing?
Nothing.
You want to purchase cars for them? They go abroad to go and buy cars. There are Nigerians here who are producing cars. You can't buy from them. How do you go? Look at India. Look at what they use. They have vehicles in India. Their own vehicles.
So even Britain. Look at the car the Prime Minister rides.
When we talk about a vehicle, mention Jaguar now. They will tell you, that's a British car. Mention Ford now, so that's an American car. That's why they use their own country. But we are just importing from them. When we have one can use that open.
We the day fast went, but thank God my
leaders
have set agendas.
We must reduce governance to the barest minimum.
Yes,
that's why I'm saying. You see, the next 4 years, first 2 years, the new government must set in motion. These are constitutional issues. How to bring down governance.
I know you are succeeded as leaders. You have set agenda for the incoming administration. So,
yeah, well, we thank God we're able to say today, but we want to be able to thank God again that they listen and they do what they have to do, so that we might live a better life and there'll be a better nation.
Solid.
The hope is there. Nigerians are a resilient people. We are very hardworking. We are strong. We are determined. But we need the right leadership. The hope will come. We will get there, but we must not struggle too much as we have struggled in the past to get there.
What's tomorrow?
We will get there. Everyone knows when we get there.
Tomorrow we'll be back in the news too. My name is Oladipekun. Bye bye.